In this trip, we will really look at how the Community Empowerment Act has been rolled out in Scotland and how it has galvanised the communities here to come together to do something different in their community.
We wanted to see how various organisations kind of empower communities, and also like what are the different kind of engagement methods that they do, and also how do they sustain this whole process in the long run.
We started in the Edinburgh Futures Institute and we ended in the Glasgow's Robert Owen Centre for Educational Change, but it certainly wasn't an academic trip. And even in these academic research centres, the focus was on how research and practice can be kind of partnership.
We work with various organisations in Singapore. I'm curious about empowering parents who are from the less privileged environment.
Being a platform for donors to give effectively to help make changes and tackle some.
The Development Trust Association of Scotland, they are a network of different development trusts. So development trusts are a kind of place-based community organisation that looks after a locality.
What's different between just a development trust and a social enterprise or a voluntary organisation is this community-led aspect. So their boards are community-led, are community individuals and run by those local people within those organisations. We do play that sort of role of making sure communities are taking on assets, not liabilities. Basically, a development trust is usually set up to answer a need within a community. So like most community organisations, there's usually a demand or a need, or something's gone wrong, or the community really want to come together and make a difference.
A memorable visit was to the Granton Community Garden, where we saw how people living within the community actually took up spaces as a meeting point for neighbours to come together, to share a meal, to do gardening together. So it's really an example of what a few very motivated individuals could come together to do to change the community for better.
So a few neighbours in 2010 got together, and all throughout this area there are street corners. So they started off on one street corner growing food together and sharing that food in the community. We got this site in 2017. Around 2020 or something, we applied for a community asset transfer. So we asked the council if, with the help of DTAS, if this piece of land could be transferred to us.
And when they see how many people that these guys are reaching, that they would like to reach but they would not know how to find them, but they're coming here, then they were willing to give a reduction on the value. If the council asked for an outcome report, they could get one too, but they don't. They've just said, we trust,
Yes.
we've given this land for this charitable purpose. This community has proven that this is what they want.
Community Asset Transfer, which is part of the Community Empowerment Act of 2015. The asset transfer allows the community to purchase a derelict building, like a church that's not been used, or land, and then use it for what the community wants.
The school that was in here, which is called Victoria Primary School, moved just over a year ago. It was the oldest working primary school in Edinburgh. Wow. It was about 2017. The numbers of children attending this school was rising because there was more and more new development. And the overwhelming response was that the families welcomed the idea of a new school. And it was at this point that the community got involved and asked the question, if we can prove that the community have a use for the building that everyone agrees, can we keep it in the community use? And that's what began what was called the community asset transfer process. Lots of people made lots of different suggestions, and running through all that, there was an idea of the need to bring generations together.
So I've got Margaret here with me today. She's learning how to do some hand finishing. And then I've worked with Audrey in the past, so she's coming to help me do some work. So I'm just trying to sort of help support people that are in the same industry as me, I guess. And like training and learning and, bettering their skills.
as a charity, they invite schools to bring their children along, and they have a Victorian school lesson. We're hoping that we can get funding. We've put in an application to Heritage Lottery Fund to run a big project that will bring people of all ages together to share their experience of education.
One place that struck out to me was Swamp, where they have a line in their main area that says, right, they want to create a place where people want to be and not have to be. So this spoke to me a lot as someone from Participate in Design in the practice that we do, where we really believe in advocating for the freedom to participate in people, and also at the same time when they want to participate, we have to hold that space for them.
So it's £1 a month for a membership, and then it's £2.50 a shop. The £2.50 gets them items from each colour-coded aisle, so they can get up to 15 to 16 items. So it's about £25 worth for £2.50, and they can come 4 times a week. Not Arwe just working with youth, it's the whole family. It's trying to make a holistic approach to making people's lives better. Community transport, which is in here, so they rent from us, again that helps sustain the building, and they take people to hospital, doctor's appointments, anyone with disability. Multi-purpose room.
Okay, did you get that?
I hear the music, that's it. You know, some of our the young people that have got an element of bad behaviour are very talented at rapping, and they want to record themselves. They've got a voice and they want to use it, and this is the platform for it. We can do interviews here, so it's not just all about music, it's all about employment, you know, and trying to progress people. If we can get them, the younger we can get them, the better. This was the cloakroom for the gym.
Can I give a quick go?
Yeah, go ahead.
What we have seen in this trip, visiting the University of Edinburgh and also the University of Glasgow, it's really knowing how researchers and IHLs can work together with the community to form what we call a research practice partnership. So it's really getting researchers to understand the third sector and to know how we can work together to strengthen the impact that the third sector is delivering upon.
We learned that if you actually have a bit of trust in a community's potential, they can actually impress you and create and evoke real community-led change. So partnerships is something important that we advocate for in Participate in Design, and we believe in collaboration amongst agencies and other non-public sectors.